You cannot trust him.
Wow.
I don't care who this guy is.
Back.
Oh my God!
What the hell?
I'm Mr. Electric.
Hello, my Marvel peeps. We have just gotten ourselves a brand new trailer for Man and the Wasp Quantumania. This trailer was said to have a lot of interesting shots in it, and I don't think they were wrong. Boy, are there some interesting angles to look at with this trailer. And it's not even the surprise, scary, stretchy faces that are gonna give us nightmares, because I think this trailer was actually pretty effective. Maybe might have given away too much, but I'm not gonna lie. Seeing that brawl at the end of this trailer between Scott Lang and Kang the Conqueror, I need to see this movie now, y'all. What is this gonna end up looking like? So what I'm gonna do here for you guys is just give you my reaction to the trailer along with my trailer breakdown, pointing out some Easter eggs you might have missed, speculating and theorizing to some of the bigger things that'll be going down in this film. But I'm gonna need your guys' opinion. Did this Man The Wasp trailer get you a little bit more hyped? About the same? Do you think they revealed too much? For me personally, like I said, it got me more hyped, even though I do think they revealed too much. Alright, so kicking things off with this trailer, we start things off with what we've been seeing in the other trailer. Scott Lang living a good, happy life. He's a little bit famous now, but something new we get off the bat is a shot of his daughter, Cassie Lang, being arrested. This is a great parallel to Scott's own life because he's been thrown in and out of jail. I'm gonna assume the daughter is for similar reasons, Robin Hood acts, things where she was intending to do good by the people, but it ended up being a little illegal. Nevertheless, something like this is gonna be a motivating factor for Scott Lang later on in the trailer when he thinks if maybe he was just in her life within those 5 years he missed while he was stuck in the quantum realm, maybe she wouldn't have turned into this troubled kid who gets arrested. This also plays into what Kang the Conqueror is narrating at the start of the trailer, where he's offering Scott Lang time in exchange for Ant-Man to do a favor for him. This is finally where Marvel has given us the best look to Kang's blue Pfizer mask. A lot of people complained from the very beginning once they saw Kang that why isn't he blue? Not understanding that it's his tech that does that to him and not his natural skin color. I'll be honest and also say it looks as good as it can be. I'm gonna be more happy whenever the blue is off the face. Still absolutely loving though the metallic look of Kang's suit. Like, that is just perfection to me. This is also where we get shots of this quantum realm city that we're gonna be visiting that Marvel has now actually confirmed some details on. In a press release, Marvel has confirmed that Bill Murray will indeed be playing the character of Lord Kryler. In their description, they say exactly, Lord Kryler is the governor of Axia, a bizarre and cushy community within the quantum realm. Call him cowardly or self-centered, Kryler unapologetically enjoys the high life his status grants him, expensive meals, exotic cocktails, and top-notch transportation aboard his huge pleasure yacht. It seems he and Janet are old acquaintances, but the details are vague, and she'd like to keep it that way. Bill Murray portrays Lord Kryler. So now we have a name for this city. It is known as Axia, and I think we can all kind of guess the twist that's going to go on here. Lord Kryler and Janet Van Dyne most likely had a romantic relationship while she was stuck in the quantum realm, and that's just going to cause some tension with Hank Pym if he finds that out. One of the next crazy shots that you're just gonna hear the internet talk about for the next week, and I don't blame them, is the reveal of MODOK and his flesh face. This is one of those things I kind of wish they would have saved for the actual movie. Never once when we heard MODOK was gonna be in the movie, and even we were getting leaks of his face and it was all metallic, did I think they were not gonna have a flesh face underneath. But because we have so many fans that complain, why doesn't he have a human face? Where is the ugly face? I guess Marvel just felt the need to finally reveal it to you punks. So many people have been comparing the face to Mr. Electric from Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I totally get that, but I'm also just kind of baffled by the reactions by fans who think this is so ugly, so heinous. Oh, Marvel is taking a huge L. Like, what universe were you living in where you realistically thought they could do justice in a live-action version of the Modoc face? There was no scenario ever where that was gonna look natural and okay. It was always gonna look horrendous. It was always gonna look goofy and cartoony, and I love Marvel for doing it. So yes, it looks unsettling, but I kind of love that. But also, now that they have revealed the face, I guess we can talk about the big spoiler about who MODOK is in the movie. It was rumored months ago that it would actually be Darren Cross who becomes MODOK in the MCU. After his battle with Ant-Man in the first movie and he gets all crippled into the quantum realm, it left him with a deformed body, and he just eventually, through his smarts, created himself this little suit so that he can move around and be a powerful foe. But I'll be honest with you guys, I am staring at that face, I'm looking hard, I don't know if I see Darren Cross in there. That could be him, I mean he's bald and everything, but I wouldn't be surprised now if it turns out being somebody else. Still, if you go back to Loki season 1, there was an Easter egg to the yellow jacket helmet, just all giant size off in a field. This was also in the same sequence where they were showing a Kang tower, and well, Kang is the villain in here. So this is Marvel connecting all sorts of things, just really cool of them, so I applaud them. I also kind of want to applaud the visuals in here. I know it became a big gag to just compare this movie to Spy Kids 3D, but I think the visuals in here looked way more improved, very stunning, and even just these shots of Ant-Man jumping into this time portal, I think are coming off pretty cool. If we also look at this specific shot, I think something really clever is going on, where if you remember in the first Ant-Man movie, Scott Lang was learning how to talk to ants, and then he created this sort of pile through them. Now, because of this weird time vortex he's in and he can duplicate himself, we're gonna have a full scene of just mini little ant Scott Langs helping him get up to this little golden device. Now, what exactly is this golden device? I'm thinking here is the reason that Kang the Conqueror needed Scott. From the very first Quantumania trailer, fans were quick to point out that these golden rings and the markings on them are extremely similar to Shang-Chi's 10 rings and also Miss Marvel's band that gives her access to her mutant powers. The thing that kind of connects these three devices is that they all have time traveling properties. For Shang-Chi, his 10 rings stop the flow of time in the user, so if you wear the 10 rings, you're basically immortal, you don't age. For Miss Marvel, there was a sequence in her Disney Plus show where she traveled back in time, met her great-grandmother, and assisted her through some trouble. And now here, I'm thinking Scott Lang is trying to shrink down this device because it's the key for Kang in his time chair. I wouldn't be surprised if this spherical shape is the exact same ball that Kang is putting into his time device in the very first trailer, because we see that Scott is about to shoot one of his red Pym particle devices, and if we go based off the old logic, red was to shrink things and blue was to turn them huge. Again, that's just my theory and speculation, but I think it's a very plausible one. I'm also loving these shots of Kang and his army just going after this city. It just gives us a taste to some of the things that will be seen in his eventual Avenger film, Kang Dynasty, bringing us to the end of the trailer where they just started revealing way too much that, of course, Kang is gonna betray Scott by the end of this movie, not fall through with their deal of giving Scott more time with his daughter, where they just start tussling and fighting with each other. Kang here in his full uniform, using his tech from the future to just whoop Scott Lang's butt. I am gonna love this sequence. I'm even surprised to see that Scott is gonna get a couple of good shots into Kang, because the boy is missing armor, most likely because they just want to show off that Jonathan Majors physique, which after watching that Creed trailer, I don't blame Marvel for doing, but this guy already feels so threatening, just the way he smashes the Ant-Man helmet. Oh, Scott ain't making it through, but they threw in one of the hardest Marvel lines ever.
I don't have to win. We both just have to lose.
This to me, I think, also basically ruins the end of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. I don't think Scott Lang is gonna die here, but I do think they just gave away how he's gonna win against Kang, by losing with Kang. There's obviously some sort of time portal right next to them that if they get sucked into, they get lost in time. I think Scott is gonna thrust him and Kang into it, where they're gonna get lost somewhere in the MCU timeline, and maybe Avengers Kang Dynasty will have to deal with the fact of getting Scott back from whatever timeline he fell in, as well as wherever Kang ended up in that same timeline. Again, that's just theories and speculation, but I just don't think Scott is dying. But he is gonna lose this fight, and he's gonna take Kang down with him. But that is all the stuff I just caught from the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer. It was a fantastic trailer, got me pumped up. I want to hear from you guys. What got you excited? What theories and speculation can you add on to for mine, or debunk what I thought? Anything and everything, be sure to like, subscribe, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at 3C Films or on TikTok at 3C Films. But as always, I'm Chris. Take care.